the world. If I speak on the priorities that were, let's say, formulated in the year 2008 and approved by the Czech government, I would mention three main areas. One being eastern part of Europe, the other one being Western Balkans, and the third area of our interest is transatlantic relations. I will try to explain why exactly these areas. Well, Eastern Europe, we traditionally find this area to be very important. We followed the development in the last year, and we are sure that, let's say, bringing those countries closer to Europe will make our life easier. And it's always good, as a basic rule, to have neighbors that are doing well. If you have very good relations with your neighbors, it's the most difficult thing mostly, your life is also easier. We don't want to say that we promise EU membership, not at all. This is not the case. But we would like to bring 6 countries of Eastern Europe area closer to Europe. It concerns Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, Moldova, Ukraine, and under certain conditions also Belarus. The conditions are clear. We are very much dedicated to human rights issues, and we saw some positive development, and we are ready to take all these 6 countries on the board if those conditions are fulfilled. What do we expect? We expect closer economical cooperation. We expect also facilitation of visa regime for these 6 countries. I speak on facilitation, I don't speak on liberalization. But we would like to promote also bilateral projects in many areas, or multilateral projects in regional development, in cultural development, in social aspects, in education. Why not? We are ready to prepare many nice projects, and we find very deep understanding with other partner of our trio, which is Sweden. And I mean, we can do a lot in this direction. The other part of Europe is Balkans. Here again, we have very strong connections with this area, and it was an area where now I speak on the Czechoslovakia before the Second World War. It was our very famous touristic destination, Balkans, and we have very deep cultural relations and very friendly relations. And we have a deep understanding for countries that prepare for the EU membership. We were in their shoes several years ago, and I mean, we can have understanding for their feelings, and we are there to give them our hand. But we never say it will be for nothing. We always say, well, all the tasks that are clearly described in the roadmaps must be carefully fulfilled. You must fulfill your homework only afterwards. It's possible to make clear step forward. We would like to continue in negotiations with Croatia. We also would like to open 2 chapters with Turkey. I would speak on chapter number 16, taxation, and 19, social affairs. But always some difficult aspects are to be resolved and fulfilled. And we are there to do our best to make a step forward also in the area of visa liberalization of the Western Balkan countries. And we also find it extremely important for the young generation to enable traveling to European Union member countries, and we would be very happy if a program like Erasmus would be promoted for Western Balkans countries. The third area of interest I already mentioned, transatlantic relations. Why? It's evident tomorrow the new president, Mr. Obama, will be inaugurated, and he will start his activities. And it's up to the Czech presidency to start the first contacts with the American administration. We also would like to promote cooperation in many areas, including economical. We would like to continue in the work of French presidency again, which organized the Transatlantic Economic Council the 12th of December, and we would be very interested in organizing this event again, and it's being discussed and prepared with the Commissioner Verheugen and other stakeholders. And here we would like to implement the idea of the French presidency to prepare more long-term program for the bilateral cooperation, not only to resolve problems like poultry import or container scanning, but to concentrate on long-term issues. We also intend to organize a summit by the end of June, and this meeting of TEC should be organized some weeks before the summit, so that the program that would be discussed and prepared by the TEC Council would be accepted in formal way on the summit. There is another player, which is Canada, and here we also would like to promote economic cooperation, and we also intend to organize summit. But I told you we were interested in many other parts of the world. We also organized the biggest event of our presidency, which is Rio group meeting. 50 ministers of foreign affairs are invited to come to Prague and to discuss Latin America and EU cooperation. We also organize summits with many other countries. I should also like to mention accompanying events in Brussels. We have prepared more than 100 events here that would accompany the meeting of 2,200 working groups of different working levels. It's not only work we should deal with. Our presidency will start with the opening ball of the Czech presidency, and it should be closed by the street party. That's how we will celebrate the successful presidency. We will also prepare an exhibition that's called Decadency, but it's a perfect exhibition of beautiful paintings from the beginning of the 20th century. There will be also the exhibition of Bohuslav Martinu. There will be the exhibition of beautiful photographs of Drtikol, perfect exhibition of design of glass and china, of the modern design, and many other culture events. But that's what was planned. And of course today we are living in rather turbulent moments, following very carefully not only the crisis in gas and energy supply, but of course the difficult situation in the Middle East. This was the event that was not expected by our presidency, but presidencies are here to cope also with crisis and difficult situation. We were very happy about the ceasefire that was announced on Sunday morning and later on also during the day. And we intend to invite the ministers of foreign affairs of the region for dinners, and this issue will be also discussed at the upcoming GERC meeting. So that's the short summary of our presidency priorities and of some today's topics we deal with. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. You again provided us with a very convincing overview, let's say, how important it is to have this richness of the EU represented also in the rotation of the presidency, something which was already an issue of debate under the French presidency, and I think which continues to be an issue of debate. Who wants to ask the first question? And please introduce yourself and try to be brief, and as I said, questions are off the record.